Hello, my name is Dennis. I am the founder of Aerowise Software and principal developer of Aerowise, a new mobile aviation application available for Android devices. Aerowise has several screens presenting different information controlled by tabs on the bottom. This tutorial will cover the brief screen. It is the first screen you see when you start Aerowise. There is actually an overwhelming amount of information available on airports, so we designed the brief screen to be an essential resource for critical go, no-go decisions for pilots. The premier feature of the brief screen is the weather graphic. Aerowise retrieves the current METAR information for this airport. Notice on top we immediately color code and indicate the current flight rules this weather report is calling for. We also remind the pilot of the pattern altitude for this airport. Some larger airports have more complicated pattern rules, so please be sure to check the associated airport facility directory for current information. Now let's describe the symbology you see starting with the wind icon. First, we reproduce the airport runway diagram as a background with runway direction ordinals marking each side. We then superimpose current wind conditions onto the graphic, including current wind speed and direction, peak wind gust speeds. In the center, a wind barb rotated to show the direction of the wind, and traditional feathers indicating every 5 knots of the wind. Finally, given the current wind direction, we calculate the likely runway and highlight it in blue. We also calculate the crosswind component. You may also notice the coloring is different for wind speed, gusts, crosswind, even the wind arrow. This is reflected by your personal minimums that you can configure in the Settings menu option. Simply click Menu, Settings. We'll scroll down to the wind speed personal minimums. Aerowise personal minimums set benchmarks reminding you what your personal comfort level is in flying in various weather conditions. A personal minimum threshold that is exceeded will highlight that benchmark in red. A personal warning threshold that is exceeded will highlight it in orange. If a benchmark is within your warning threshold, then it will display in a normal color, usually black or green. Using personal minimums is optional. You can turn them off by setting your minimums to 0 on the settings screen. The sky condition icon packs a lot of information into a tight graphic. In the upper right, we show the current visibility. We also show graphically the cloud cover condition. 1 cloud indicates few clouds, 2 clouds means scattered, 3 clouds is broken, and 4 clouds is an overcast layer where you can't see the sun or moon icon. If there is a legal ceiling, meaning a reported broken or overcast layer, we show that legal ceiling graphic and report its height AGL. In this example here, Lawrence Municipal Airport is reporting a legal ceiling at 2,700 foot AGL. If there is no legal ceiling, then we show the lowest cloud layer reported. The sky condition icon also shows any observed precipitation, including rain, drizzle, snow, ice, or hail. If lightning is reported, we will show that too. Finally, if there is any visibility obscuration like mist or fog, you will see a gradient applied to the graphic, making it look faded. The temperature and pressure icons show 3 major items: temperature, humidity, and density altitude. If you're wondering why your automated weather observation station is reporting a density altitude that does not match what Aerowise is calculating, that is because many AWAS stations approximate density altitude without considering water vapor. Aerowise gives you the option to use either a precise calculation or the AWAS approximation. If we return to the density altitude advanced setting, we can choose to compute our density altitude either using exact measure using vapor pressure or using the standard automated weather observation approximation technique. Now, if the weather graphic is not your style, you can click anywhere within the weather graphic and receive a decoded and raw text version of the METAR. The weather graphic is a great tool for understanding weather conditions at an airport, but some automated weather observation stations do not forward their latest weather report to the internet more frequently than every 30 or 60 minutes. So, there is no better substitute than listening to the current live weather. If you're using an Android phone device, just click Listen WX, and a call is immediately placed and your speakerphone is turned on so you can conveniently listen to the weather. Aerowise supplements the weather conditions with critical airport service information any transient pilot probably wants to know when visiting an airport. Critical services like fuel availability, storage, and repair services are all visible. You can also easily call flight services or the airport manager by touching on the blue highlight telephone number. Finally, all published communication frequencies are easily found using the expandable list in the bottom right. This concludes this tutorial of the Aerowise application. Please send any comments or questions to support@aerowise.net or visit us online at www.aerowise.net. Thank you for being a customer of Aerowise, and fly safe.